Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Learn. I'm your Excel instructor. Guys, today we'll be covering types of data types in VBA and rules followed when we name the variable in VBA. So, guys, by now you have understood very well how to, uh, use kind of code and how to do small, kind of code, how to write the syntax in VB editor, how to access the developer tab, and how to protect the worksheet, how to write a small code, how to attach that, workbook in the email, how to convert the formulas into values. So after that, uh, let me walk you through about data types, how data types, are important in VBA and why we should declare them. Guys, understand now. Let me tell you what are VBA variable data types. A variable, what is actually a variable? Variable is nothing but defined as a storage in the memory. If you have to, if user wants to store uh, number, so the variable or data type should be integer. If user wants to store text, then data type should be string. So this session is all about data type, and in this session I will cover a little bit about if else if statement, where you will get to know lots of things. Let's get started, guys. So guys, let's get started. Now you saw that types of data types, in VBA, and this is the rules. You can use that. We cannot use special characters while naming that variable. We cannot use dollar sign, ampersand sign, percentage, and exclamation. And the name of the variable should not exceed 255 characters. And then of course nobody would do that. And the name is VBA code and cannot therefore be used to name variable. So, VBA includes some reserved keywords such as private, next, loop, etc. in VBA code. And don't use space character. Space should not be allowed, guys, which we have already seen. And now you can use mixed case to make variable readable, even though VBA will consider all cases similar. So, guys, if you talk about string, this actually variable is used to store text values. Boolean, all true false. Integer actually it store whole number, and double when you have the decimals, and date of course is the date. Only we have these kind of variables. Guys, let me tell you something. If you don't know what should be the variable type, so you can define that as variant. See, when we are not sure the data which we are getting from the user, will that be integer, will that be long, will that be string or something, so that kind of variable we defined as a variant. And remember, this is amazing practice if you declare all the variables in the beginning itself. All right, so this is clear now. Let me walk you through types of data types in VBA. We have byte. Byte can store the characters 0 to 25. Integer holds only this much value, 32,767. Guys, if I talk about integer value, suppose your value x, dim x as integer, and if your x holds more value than 32,767, then integer, the formula, that code will not work. That code will throw you an error, overflow or something. So remember, date should be date, and currency this much, actually 8 bytes. We have this much actually, character holding limit. This much data memory can, computer memory can store, and string and boolean, guys. So these are things which actually required when you do any kind of coding. So let me take you through to one of my exercise where I can show you some examples. You can see that, you know let me show you an example of how you can see that why it is important to declare correct variables. Let me walk you through that. Suppose I'm telling over there dim x as integer. All right. If you say x equal to 32,767, and if you read that value msg box x, so you can see that if you run this code, it is working fine. But if you increase uh, one extra, you are adding one extra, you see that, guys, what does it mean? Because integer cannot hold more value more than 32,767. Only this is the limit of integer. So guys, you can see I'm running it is working fine. If I make it, adding one more, then you see that it's not even working at all. Just if you add this one extra, because the limit is this much, it can hold only this limit. You can see that in the PPT 32767 is the limit of integer value. But if you increase one, now you see that it is giving you an error. The same thing, guys. If you have some kind of integer and if you pass 5.6, so the result will be 5 only. You can see that result will be 6. Yeah, it is actually 5.6 is considering 6, but decimal is not coming, guys. You can see that 6 is coming. All right, but if you declare that double, so now you can see that value will be 5.6. All right, 5.6. So you know that how variables are so important, where you have to understand each and everything. Because see, if you don't declare correct variable data type, so if you declare integer, so now you see the result zero point 0.6 value, it will skip, it will read, actually it will add, maybe it will kind of round up. You see that value, it is coming 6. All right, so but 6 is not correct, right? So now if you make it double, it will actually reading this value 5.6 correctly. So now understand how important is this. Let me walk you through one example in VBA where you will understand. Today we'll cover if else statement with VBA. If else statement with VBA. So now stay focused, stay connected in this session. You will understand now how to use if else statement in VBA. This is my sheet name, sheet 18. So guys, let me rename that score. The tab name, the sheet name is score, guys. I'm going there, I'm doing control R, and I'm putting my module. I'm going to insert and module, guys. I'm writing a code. As I mentioned, you have to write the code start with sub score status. This is actually my subroutine name, score status. So what should I do here? If I have to put some data in A1, I'm putting students, I'm putting over there score or marks. I have to find out kind of status uh, on the basis of some criteria I'm giving. If the score is greater than 90, I'm telling excellent. All right, if the score is between 80 to 90, I'm telling great. All right, if score is 70 to 80, I'm telling good. If score is greater than 50 and less than, maybe you can use this sign also, less than 70, then you are telling need need improvement. Guys, now anybody score, if it is less than 50, I'm considering them fail. So this is actually my criteria. All right, so let's assume these are the students. I'm putting some students over there, and the score or marks I'm putting by using rand between function. I'm giving bottom is 40, or maybe I'm putting, okay, 40 is fine, 40, and top I'm putting 100. 100 actually don't putting 99. Okay, 100 I think is better because above 99 criteria is there, no? So then it would be great. Now you see we have dragged this data. Let me convert that into value. Control C, Alt Control V, and V. This actually converts all my formulas into values, guys. Let me do Alt HBA, one of my favorite keyboard shortcut. And now let me just do Control Z. Let me put that in a, yes, Control B, and let me put my color. So now you see this data also have to put little extra. So what is my, this 14 and this also 14. Let me do little letter. Yes, this is fine now. So guys, now you see this is my data where students are kept in A column and marks are kept in B column. I want to find out the grade. So let's get started with VBA. Let me copy this entire thing and take it to my VBA, and over there I'm putting just for my reference, guys. All right, just for my reference I'm putting, so that I should not toggle between workbook and editor. Now what should I do, guys? I'm telling these are my score. So first thing, understand with this example you will understand how to run the loop. So this is very simple, for loop. I'm telling you again, for loop, how to do for loop, because we have the item up to 20, so you have to run the loop for I equal to actually your row starts from 2, so because second row has your marks, so second 2 to 20 you have to write this way, and then you have to close this by next I. So this is called for loop, guys. Already you know about for each loop, but in this scenario if you have to go to every cell you have to use for loop. Now what is the criteria? So you have to declare one variable which we have discovered, dim marks marks as integer. All right, dim marks as integer. You can say that equal to range. Your marks are located in B column, so you have to put B in inverted commas, ampersand. You have to I dot value. So understand now in this scenario, when you are looping from 2 to 20, then the marks of second row or whatever I is running, then marks will be scored in the marks variable. This is my variable, guys. All right, so you can see that if I run this code step by step, you can see F8 I'm pressing, press F8. F8 key we press to step the code run by step by step. Now if you hover over this marks, you can see that 67 is the marks which is stored. If I go again F8, now the marks will be 61. You can see marks is 49. So this way you can run the loop and you can store the data to marks variable. Now the else if condition starts. If else condition starts here. All right, now you see if marks greater than 90, then if you do that you have to use and if statement. If marks greater than 90, then and if. So this is actually the basic I'm telling you. Then what actually you have to assign, you have to give the output in that C column. So you can write range C ampersand I dot value equal to marks. All right, guys, this is one condition. Like not marks, you have to write excellent, guys. Excellent. I hope it is clear, guys, because if the marks greater than 90, the result will be excellent. And then once the data is given, it will come to next row, because now we are giving multiple criteria. Else if marks, if greater than 90, it is giving us this criteria. Now you can say else if marks greater than 80. Now understand why we are using this criteria, because if somebody's marks greater than 90 or maybe 91, 92, of course it will give the excellent. If somebody's marks is 85, it will come to this, of course it is greater than 80. Then you can just copy this entire line and you can just write this way. So if greater than 80, it should be great, guys. All right, so now you can just copy paste this line, because there are multiple nested ifs we are using. And now you see that if someone score greater than 70, and now you see that 70 we are giving good. All right, understand now this scenario where we are telling if someone score greater than 50, guys. So now you understand greater than 50, we are telling need improvement. All right, guys. So after we have given that, we can tell that anybody who is not covered on the top or maybe below 50, that criteria no need to give, because Excel is smart enough. This VBA function, we have given the best logic, and they are actually fail if someone score else means if somebody's score is not greater than 90. Is somebody's score not greater than 80, somebody is not score greater than 70, or it's not even greater than 50. So whatever criteria is not met on the top, if anything comes in this bracket maybe below 50, so it will be failure. So now if I run this in a faster mode, So it has stopped there. Now you see this is my result. So what did I do? This is actually the code we have written. You can see that what did we do here? What did we do here? We have just press F5. So now you see greater than 90 is excellent, guys. Excellent. Of course, these are my excellent. All right. And you know that 80 to 90 is great. So great. 80 to 90. It is great. This is wonderful. You can see this is great. And this is again great, guys. All right. This is excellent, which is wonderful. So now you see if someone is score, nobody's fail. Yeah, this guy is fail. Let you make it red because the score is below 50. And now you see, 50, 50 and 70. Above 50, less than 70 need improvement. These are the guys which requires improvement. Let you make it, different color. Yes, need improvement. You can say these are the guys who are need improvement. And again, this is the guy whose scores are under need improvement. And only one guy, yeah, only one guy who is fail. If I change and 73 is good guy, so you can just make any color just to segregate that. So 73 is good, so you can say 70 to 80 is good. If I make it 75, okay, or if I just remove the data, you just check what data we get for 75. If you come there, you just run this code, 75 is good again. All right, if you make it 34, let's see the result now. Again 34, it is fail now. So see how there is just value. So this is actually the code we write in our VBA, for nested if, guys. And I hope you guys found all my sessions useful. And thank you very much, guys. Keep on practicing. Thank you very much once again. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye bye.